The main thing I want to give up is like toxic relationships, because sometimes I think that I sometimes attract like bad people. Like, is it weird that I was watching American Psycho recently and I just thought, God, I miss my ex. Is that bad? It's weird because I'm kind of into like, sometimes I think I'm kind of attracted to like guys with issues. It's almost like I'm really into the ADHD. Yes. I hate myself. No, but like last year, right, I was dating a woman, and it was cool. Actually, I'd never felt that level of respect in a relationship before, but recently I've just been super attracted to assholes. It's almost like the lower my self-esteem, the straighter I am. Genuinely. Like, if I wake up and I feel good about myself, I feel really gay, but if I feel bad, I'm just like, fuck boys, come on. But yeah, so I'm gonna do some songs for you now. Are you up for that? Yeah, okay, cool. So I'm gonna do a few. The first one I'm gonna do is called What's the Vibe? I've drunk way too much caffeine today. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, Jesus, fuck. That's a cheeky banger. Let's go. What's the vibe? What's the vibe? What's the fucking vibe? Parlour. That's the vibe. That's the vibe. That's the fucking vibe. I'm wearing a piano tracksuit. That's the vibe. That's the vibe. That's the fucking vibe. Does anybody want to finger my tracksuit? That's the vibe. That's the vibe. That's the fucking vibe. I'm at work. I'm at work. I'm at work. I'm like, what's the vibe? My manager needs to speak to me. My manager needs to speak to me. My manager needs to speak to me. I'm like, what's the vibe? He's like, you need to work harder. You need to work harder. You need to work harder. I'm like, what's the vibe? You're fired, Amelia. Oh, that's the vibe. Back to the intro that you're loving so much. The crowd's going fucking crazy. You can't see it, but people have their tops off in the back row. There are tits everywhere. You can't see it, but it's really happening in that corner. Okay, verse 2. Guy, I'm fucking. Guy, I'm fucking. Guy, I'm fucking. I'm like, what's the vibe? He's like, I need to speak to you. I need to speak to you. I need to speak to you. I'm like, what's the vibe? He's like, you're too intense. You're too intense. You're too intense. I'm like, what's the vibe? It's over, Amelia. Oh, that's the vibe. Back to the intro that you're still loving so much. The crowd's going fucking wild. They're going crazy in the back row. I can see a vagina. It's mental. It's Sunday, but it's crazy. Okay, verse 3. Let's go. My mum's on the phone. My mum's on the phone. My mum's on the phone. I'm like, what's the vibe? She's like, it's your granddad. It's your granddad. It's your granddad. I'm like, what's the vibe? She's like, you need to come here now. You need to come here now. You need to come here now. I'm like, what's the vibe? It's his birthday. Ah, that's the vibe. Tell me what's the vibe. Tell me what's the vibe. Tell me what's the vibe. What's the fucking vibe? My granddad's still alive. Fuck yeah, my granddad's still alive. Fuck yeah, my granddad's still alive. What's the fucking vibe? I've definitely killed the vibe. Oh no, I've definitely killed the vibe. Oh no, I've definitely killed the vibe. What's the fucking vibe? I'm gonna fade down the track. It's gonna be really smooth. Thanks guys, that was What's the Vibe. Okay.